Alright, so this video is going to be about all the resources that I use as far as writing and publishing my books. Now, as far as publishing my books, I am an indie author and I just don't have the money to buy my own ISBN just yet. So right now I'm just publishing through Amazon KDP and Barnes& Noble Press. I do have a list of all the resources that I use on my author website, authordenaencarnacion.com. The link is in my bio. I have my website already popped up in my laptop, so let me go ahead and show you. Now, this is my author website, and what you're going to do is that you're going to go ahead and click resources, and this is a list of all the resources that I use as far as like writing my books, outlining, publishing the works. Now, for outlining my books, I do a classic pen and paper, but for a time, I used to put all of my outlines on Reedsy, and this was before they decided to switch up on us. So now I'm back to just writing mainly on pen and paper. I also use Google Notes for my outline as well, because like if I'm on the go, I already have it like stored in my phone. I have the Google Notes app, and then boom, we're done. I also take pictures of my outlines too, just in case. Now, as far as writing my manuscript, I do use Reedsy because I love the autosave. However, I have a beef with Reedsy. On more than one occurrence, it doesn't save my stuff, and on another more than one occurrence, it deletes my stuff. And thank heavens I have a pretty good memory, so I know exactly what I wrote. It's become so ridiculous to the point where I got so scared I started writing on Google Docs again. And we know the whole thing about Google Docs. But anywho, once I'm done writing for the day, I go ahead and copy the stuff that I wrote on Reedsy and I paste it in my Microsoft Word document. The Microsoft Doc is what I'm going to use to upload my manuscript on Amazon KDP and Barnes& Noble Press. In the Microsoft version, it's already formatted. This is so I don't have to worry about trim size and the margins and all that once I'm getting closer to publishing my book. In my author website, I have 2 videos on how to format your book in both Google Docs and Microsoft Word. However, if you want me to show you how to do that, I have that listed in a playlist on my YouTube. This is my YouTube right here. And then I have a playlist here called Author Tips, and you just click on that, and then I show you how I format my books. Now, for the cover of my book, how I determined on who I wanted as my cover artist for my book is that I went to my bookshelf and I looked through like all the books with all the styles that I liked, and I did like a process of elimination. I really liked the art cover on Ice Planet Barbarian, so what I did is that I reached out to the artist Kelly. I love her, she's super sweet, and I just went through the process. I reached out to 6 other cover artists as well, and Kelly was the only one who responded to my email, so it was fate. And surprisingly enough, the list of options that she had for me for my first book, Tinker's Affliction, there was another option that I really want as the cover for book 2. So it's already sketched up. Now, here's a tip that I want to include for my author and writer buddies. Now, this tip is going to be if you're at the stage where you have to do a read through for your manuscript. And if your manuscript is on Microsoft Word, then here you go. So here is a Microsoft document, and what you're going to do is that you're going to click review, and then right there is a read out loud button. You're going to click on that, and wherever your cursor is, it's going to read it out to you. Now, when I'm reading, I have a tendency of accidentally skipping lines, and I don't realize it. So this read out loud button helps me slow down and pick up words that I might accidentally skip. And it's also a great way to see if the book or like the passage that you're going through makes sense. Now, for my author website, I use Google Sites, and I went to Google Domain to purchase my domain. And I only have to pay $12 a year for my domain. Now, for my newsletter, I only use MailChimp. I'm a pretty small author, so I only use the free version. And yeah, that is all the resources I use from start to finish.